how frustrating to get up to 0-4 start?
Yeah, it's frustrating. Could be that simple. Like I said, yeah, I mean, it's frustrating for sure. But at the end of the day, if we look at it from a far perspective, you know, we have 3 games that are lost by 1 score. And this is kind of how this league works, you know, close games at the end. And I think tonight we shot ourselves in the foot a lot, you know, turning the ball over, penalties, and that sort. But it's very frustrating, but, you know, I'm not losing faith. Nobody in the locker room is losing faith. And all we're going to do is, you know, keep our head down and work. So.
Has there been kind of a common thread in why you feel like it's kind of been that way? Has it been penalties or the turnovers? What do you feel has kind of been that common thread in the first 4 losses?
I mean, yeah, it's penalties and turnovers. I mean, that was the story today. You know, we had a fumble on the 3, I fumbled. We had a fumble on special teams, and it's hard to win games like that, and it's hard to win games when we're getting penalties on critical downs. So we just have to really just tune in on that, hone in on that, and eliminate those mistakes.
What happened on that fumble? I mean, what should you have done differently there?
My fumble?
Yeah.
Hold on to the ball.
But was it just 2 hands on the ball, or?
I think I had 2 hands on it, but I just got to hold on to the ball.
How'd you feel overall out there?
Felt all right. Felt like we could have started better. But I think, I mean, I know our first drive was a good drive, but like I said, it was just the turnover that killed it. And you know, overall, I think we played all right as a team, but like I said, those penalties and turnovers are unacceptable.
Just what was Aaron's message to the team afterwards?
The same thing. We got to eliminate penalties and turnovers. And I mean, yeah, it's really nothing to overthink whatsoever. It's penalties and turnovers and us shooting ourselves in the foot. So.
When that first drive does end that way, how deflating is that? How difficult is that to overcome?
I mean, it's not difficult at all. I think we started inside the 10. So I mean, you have a long drive. We're having our way, and then mistakes happen. We're all human. Mistakes happen, but like I said, we want to limit those as much as possible. You know, first drive of the game, you just brush it off. There's a lot of game left, but I mean, you don't really get discouraged over that. Like I said, it's a fumble. It's football, but at the end of the day, we did have a 90-something yard drive to start the game off. So we started off well, and just didn't finish that drive.
How do you remain upbeat, just after this 0-4 start, and just keep a positive attitude?
Like I said, we've lost 3 games that are within 1 score, so we're going to be in this position a lot more. And I feel like all 3 games that we've lost, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. So just constantly preaching and honing in on the fact that no penalties and no turnovers. I'm going to continue to say it, and I told the guys after the game, I'm not losing faith. We have 13 games guaranteed left, so we can go on a run here, and just keep building, keep working, and just keep going. Like, it's early in the season. It's 4 games, and of course we want a better start than that. But like I said, if we keep working, we know the team that we can beat. If we just eliminate the penalties, eliminate the turnovers, and get it going.
What did you think of the game? That's more important.
It's just a tale of 3 out of our 4 losses. Teams will shoot themselves in the foot, then we come back and shoot ourselves in the head. So you can't win if defensively, if or offensively, if we're not converting on 3rd down, if we're not getting us to 3rd and manageables. We're in 2nd and 25, 2nd and 20, 1st and 15, getting stupid, dumb penalties and stuff. So that's been a frustrating thing because, we're moving the ball up and down the field at will, how we want to, or we'll come down and, get to the strike zone and then boom, 15-yard penalty, 10-yard penalty, and teams will just sit back in zone and, you can't really, they're willing to give up that 3 and not give up that 7. So that was a frustrating part, turnovers, and then making mistakes on, with fumbles and all the type of stuff, crazy penalties. It's just been frustrating.
Aaron's been preaching about the penalties dating back to OTAs.
Yep.
Because we saw him in training camp when the refs were there throwing them. It sounds like a silly question, but why do they keep happening?
It's just a matter of guys got to have that it's not going to be me mentality. I feel like for me especially I'm just trying to try my best to be available and do my 111th every play. So I feel like guys who got to rally along with each other. And penalties are going to happen, like competitive penalties, like, you're going to get an occasional holding or, little stuff like that. But, like, it's just like the false starts, illegal shifts, illegal motions, little stuff like that. That's the frustrating stuff that it's like, bro, like, what do we got going on? We got to lock in. So I feel like, we got to, keep harping on that. And, eventually, I feel like we got to fix it, or some people got to, take it into themselves personally to, get it fixed. Like I said, we're doing everything we can to pretty much lose the game right now. So it's literally just a matter of us not making dumb mistakes. We have 11, 12 penalties today. Like, you ain't ever going to win the game, and we still almost won the game. So, like, been dealing with it for like 4 years. So it's frustrating, bro, but it is what it is. Just got to come back and keep getting better.
Are you happy with how you guys ran the ball tonight compared to the last couple of weeks?
I mean, I don't really care. We lost the game. So, I mean, having a good game or not, if you lose, who cares, So it is what it is.
Breece, we've talked to you a lot after games, and unfortunately, a lot of them have been after games like this with losses. How do you mentally process it, handle it when it feels like every year is the year, and then every year seems to kind of take the turn like this one has?
Yeah, it used to really like mess with me mentally and emotionally, like, because I hate losing. I don't really come from losing. Being in high school, I went to a powerhouse football, and then college, building the school up to where we were good and everything, never really experienced too much losing. And then coming here, it's been a lot of hardships and a lot of, crazy stuff going on. But, for me personally, I just enjoy, that I'm still here, that I'm still able to be around the guys every day. And just the fact of, like, I really believe in Coach Glenn and our coaching staff. So for me, it's easier to wake up every day and come in and go to work because I got faith in who we have around here in this building. And, I just enjoy being around the guys and just trying to enjoy the time I do have here. So that's what it is at the end of the day.
As a team, how do you not let, like, anger or frustration, like, be the main thing after a game like this when you're trying to eliminate that stuff?
You can't be mad when we're the reason that we're losing. So for me, it's just like, what do I have to be mad about if I'm the reason? If as a team we're the reason that we're losing, it's not just a matter of coaching and Coach Glenn, Coach Wilkes, and Coach Engstrom. They preach everything the right way. They go about their stuff the right way. So I feel like it's for us as players to really hone in and when it's those critical downs, those critical moments in the game, okay, let's all have that, I'm going to do my 111th and that not my man mentality to where, we're going to go out there and make the plays that need to be made. And, that's going to be the secret formula or whatever to us winning games,
What was the
Last one here?
after the game? Sounded pretty upset.
I don't remember. I have a really strict recovery routine, so I come straight in and get in the cold tubs and stuff and have my headphones on, so I didn't really get a chance to hear. But obviously I know he's not happy about it. But like I said, he's still going to show up tomorrow and the rest of the week be the same guy, expecting us to play with precision and do things the right way. So that's what I really like about him.